Visualize the glow of your phone screen in a dark room. It is the only light in the void. You are waiting for a vibration that does not come. You feel a tightening in your chest, a cold stone sitting in your gut that grows heavier with every passing minute. You replay the last conversation in your mind. You analyze every word you typed, searching for the error. You were polite. You were accommodating. You were available. You gave her everything she asked for, and perhaps things she did not ask for. You bought the gifts. You listened to the problems. You sacrificed your time, your dignity, and your own desires to build a pedestal for her to stand upon. Yet, the silence stretches on. And when the response finally comes, it is short. It is cold. It is distant. You feel the stinging heat of humiliation rising up your neck. You ask yourself the question that haunts the sleep of millions of men. Why does my goodness count for nothing? Why does my kindness feel like a repellent? Why do I give gold and receive only rust in return? You are about to walk through a door from which there is no return. You are about to kill the boy to save the man. If you are prepared to slaughter the weakling within you so the king may be born, if you are ready to stop begging for scraps and start feasting at the head of the table, your allegiance begins now. Join us. Subscribe to this order. The reality you are living is a lie you have told yourself to survive. You believe that kindness is a currency. You operate under a covert contract, a hidden agreement that the world never signed. You believe that if you are nice, if you are compliant, if you suppress your own dark nature and hide your teeth, the world will be nice to you, and she will love you. This is not virtue. This is a transaction, and it is a fraudulent one. When you act out of a need for approval, your kindness is not a gift. It is a bribe. You are paying her for attention. You are paying her for validation, and she knows it. Deep in her biological programming, she smells the stench of your desperation. It repels her because it signals weakness. In the unforgiving calculus of evolution, a man who bends to every breeze is not a safe harbor. He is a liability. You must understand the architecture of human nature. We are not moral creatures first. We are biological survivors. A woman does not seek a servant. She seeks a mountain. She looks for something solid, something immovable, something that can withstand the chaos of the world and the chaos of her own emotions. When you apologize for existing, when you change your opinion to match hers, when you make yourself always available, you are telling her that your time, your mind, and your soul are cheap. You are flooding the market with your own presence, and by the laws of economics, when supply is infinite, value drops to zero. You have become abundant, and therefore, you are worthless. This is the bitter pill you must swallow. Your niceness is often a mask for your cowardice. You are afraid of conflict. You are afraid of rejection. You are terrified that if you show your true self, with your boundaries and your demands, you will be abandoned. So you smile. You nod. You agree. You become a mirror, reflecting what you think she wants to see, until you have no face of your own. This is why she pulls away. She cannot love a reflection. She cannot respect a ghost. A man without a backbone is like a house without a foundation. It may look pleasant from the outside, but the first storm will shatter it. You have been taught that to be good is to be harmless. This is a lie. A rabbit is harmless not because it is virtuous, but because it is weak. A warrior who can kill but chooses peace is virtuous. You must become the warrior. Let us dismantle the behavior that has led you to this abyss and replace it with the protocol of the strategist. The first shift is the reclamation of your attention. The weak man gives his attention freely, like a beggar handing out coins he cannot afford to lose. He responds instantly. He is always watching, always waiting. You must learn the power of scarcity. A man of high value is a man on a mission. His time is consumed by his purpose, his work, his physical cultivation. He does not have the bandwidth to text back within seconds. When you are unavailable, you are not playing a game. You are living a life. Your absence creates a vacuum, and in that vacuum, her imagination begins to work. She begins to wonder where you are. She begins to wonder what you are doing. In her mind, your value rises because you are not easily acquired. You must learn to be comfortable with silence. The weak man rushes to fill the silence because it makes him anxious. The Stoic lets the silence hang in the air, heavy and potent. He speaks only when his words improve upon the silence. The second shift is the destruction of the pedestal. You look up to her, and in doing so, you force her to look down on you. This destroys attraction. You must internalize the truth that you are the prize. This is not arrogance, it is self-preservation. You have your own standards, your own code, and your own path. If she steps off that path, you do not chase her. You continue walking. The moment you demonstrate that you are willing to walk away is the moment you gain the upper hand in any negotiation, including the negotiation of desire. The man who cannot walk away is a slave. The man who is willing to burn the bridge and never look back commands absolute respect. She must feel that your presence is a privilege, not a right. If she disrespects you, you withdraw. You do not argue. You do not complain. You do not explain your feelings in a 3-page letter. You simply remove your attention. Punishment is not anger. Punishment is the withdrawal of the benefits of your existence. The third shift is emotional containment. The modern world tells you to be vulnerable, to weep, to pour out your insecurities. This is poison. While you must be honest, you must not be fragile. A leader does not run to his followers to complain about the storm. He steers the ship. When she tests you, and she will test you, she is checking the structural integrity of your frame. If you crumble, if you get angry, if you get defensive, you fail. The strategist observes the chaos, but does not become the chaos. Imagine you are a deep ocean. The surface may be choppy, there may be waves and wind, but deep down, in the core of who you are, there is total, crushing stillness. Nothing she says can disturb your center. When she throws a tantrum, you look at her with the calmness of a doctor examining a patient. You do not react, you respond. Or better yet, you do not respond at all until the storm passes. This emotional invulnerability is magnetic. It signals that you are the rock she can cling to when her own world is spinning. Consider the sensation of this new identity. Imagine waking up in the morning not reaching for your phone to check if she likes you, but reaching for the floor to push the earth away in a disciplined rhythm. You feel the iron in your muscles. You walk into a room, and you do not scan for approval. You take up space. You speak slower. Your voice drops an octave, resonating from the chest rather than the throat. You look people in the eyes, and you do not look away first. You feel a heavy, grounded power in your gut. This is the weight of sovereignty. You are no longer a leaf blowing in the wind of other people's opinions. You are the wind. When you interact with her now, the dynamic has flipped. You are polite, but you are not nice. There is a dangerous edge to you, a hint that you are capable of things that are not safe. You are kind, but your kindness is a choice, not a compulsion. You open the door for her not because you serve her, but because you are a gentleman and you hold yourself to a high standard regardless of who is watching. She feels this shift. She sees it in the way you stand. She hears it in the finality of your statements. You no longer ask her what she wants to do. You tell her the plan. You lead. And for the first time, she follows. She follows not because you forced her, but because she trusts your strength. She respects your authority because you respected yourself first. You have stopped asking for permission to exist. You have stopped apologizing for your masculinity. You have realized that your value does not come from her validation. It comes from your competence, your discipline, and your ability to impose your will upon the world. You are the architect of your reality. The nice guy is dead. He was buried in the graveyard of forgotten intentions. In his place stands the strategist, the stoic, the man who knows that to be loved, one must first be respected. And to be respected, one must be formidable. This path is not for the faint of heart. It requires a daily murder of your old self. It requires you to tolerate the anxiety of conflict and the fear of loss. But the reward is freedom. The reward is dignity. The reward is a life where you are the main character, not the supporting actor in someone else's drama. Walk tall. Speak less. See everything. The world will adjust to you. This is your reality now. Assume the command.